I again welcome you to the e-learning program of our school, Modern English School, Kunti Nagar. I am Prashant Rai, as you all know. In the previous video, we have seen about the administration of the kingdoms, how the administration of the kingdoms run. In this video, we will look at three boxes which are given under this topic. And the first box is the additional information box, which needs some information about the taxes collected during the rule of Cholas. After that, we have the source box. In that source box, an example of Prasasti is given. And lastly, the second source box, in which the description of what the land grants contain, what the land contains, that is given. Firstly, we will take a look at the additional information box. Then we can see here that this information has been collected with the help of an inscription. In that inscriptions, we can see 400 different terms were used for taxes during the Cholas. It means that during the reign of Cholas, 400 different types of taxes were collected. The most frequent tax during that rule was the Vetti and Kadamai. Vetti was taken in the form of forced labor, and the Kadamai was the land revenue. Means the most common tax were the Vetti and Kadamai. After that, there were also taxes on thatching of house. If anyone thatched their house, then they had to pay taxes. Either if they used ladder to climb on the palm tree, then also they have to pay taxes. And there were cess on succession of properties. Cess is actually a very small tax, very little, but there were also tax on the succession of property, and that small tax was called cess. In this way, we can see how different type of taxes were collected during the Cholas rule. After that, in the source box 1, we have an information about a Prasasti which have been found from Madhya Pradesh. There is a district in Madhya Pradesh, Gwalior is a city actually. That Prasasti tells us about the exploits of a Gurjara Pratihara king whose name was Nagbhat. In that Prasasti, the Brahman who wrote this, he praised the ruler Nagbhat very much. There is a lot of detail about him given in this Prasasti. You can see the book, you must see the book to read what the Brahman told about the king Nagbhat. After that, the source box 2. In this source, we can see that what was given with the land, means the Brahman got land from the kings as a gift due to Prasasti, and that land contained a lot of things. At first, what was the land grant? The land grant was an inscription made on copper plates. Then in copper plates, some things were written that this is being given to you. And we can see that the inscription were in Sanskrit or in Tamil. Means we can see Tamil and Sanskrit were the common language used during the rule about which we are studying in this chapter. Remember, in this chapter, we are studying about the rule of different kings between 7th century and 12th century. Between 7th and 12th century. In the land grants, the land contained a lot of things. Means there could be canals in the land, there could be orchards, there could be many things. You can read from book what the land contained. And the person who got this land, he can collect taxes from that land also. He can build large buildings of big bricks. He can build large rooms also. He can get wells dug in the land for the purpose of irrigation. If he want, he can plant some trees also. He can get canals constructed also, but he can do many things. But one thing was necessary, that he should ensure that water is not wasted from the land which he has been given as a gift. And the embankments are made, means the boundary which he got, to show that boundary, embankments has to be built. Means the person, the Brahman who got the land, he has to ensure two things, that water is not wasted and embankments are made. After reading all this, we get to know how the administration functioned in the king. There were many persons involved in the administration, like the king, samantas, associations of peasants, brahmins and traders, peasants, you can say craftsperson, cattle keepers, army, functionaries. There were many persons. There were these persons involved in the administration of the king. We can see there was Prasasti in which king was praised, but an unusual thing during the 12th century was the long Sanskrit poem written by Kalhan, who wrote about the rulers of Kashmir. Means everybody praised the king, but Kalhan, who belonged to Kashmir, he wrote critical views of the kings. Means he used to write long poem, and he wrote that poem with the help of previous histories, documents, inscriptions and eyewitness accounts. And the difference was from the earlier Brahmins was that he was often critical about the ruler and about his policies. While the earlier Prasasti writer, they praised the rulers, they exaggerated the rulers. But Kalhan was critical about the policies of the rulers. Okay, so you can take another look over this. You can write this. Thank you for watching the video.